Welcome to In Edina, a program about the people, places, and activities all in the city of Edina. I'm your host, Lillian McDonald. We bring you this special broadcast from one of Edina's newest restaurants, Matza Mia, featured at this year's celebration, Taste of Edina. And joining us to talk about Taste of Edina this year are Ari Larson-Manty, President of the Chamber of Commerce, and also Steve Krausen, Edina's Director for the Liquor Store. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Great to be here.
I love Taste of Edina.
You're not alone.
It's tons of fun.
It is. It's tons of fun, tons of food, and just a wonderful community experience. You hit it right on the head at the opening. It is all about community.
And it's outdoors, which is a good thing too. We're all ready to have some fun.
Isn't it? Spring is here. You know, it's a great opportunity for all of the restaurants who are chamber members, whether they're actually in Edina or not, to come and show off their new spring menus, to get out in the fresh air and really get people thinking about eating outdoors and, of course, trying new restaurants like the one we're in today.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. And, of course, sampling foods, sampling wines,
absolutely.
Beers, other activities.
Yep.
What's new this year?
New this year is we've probably got 4 new restaurants that are coming on board, which is amazing. And when you figure we have about 500 people attend, what a great way to showcase your new restaurant. And you get it just enough to sample people to say, oh, that was really good. I need to go back there. And that's what it's all about, is getting the commerce into our restaurants.
Economy seems to be freeing people up a little bit more too.
It is.
So they are getting out.
They are. And you know, we have a great deal. We have, as I said, almost 20 restaurants, a lot of wine and beer, which Steve will talk about, and it's all for $30 or watch for a coupon for $25. That's an amazing opportunity, and I will guarantee you will not go hungry or thirsty when you leave the Taste of Edina.
May 12th is our event.
Yes, it is 4:30 to 7:30, and at Centennial Lakes, of course, at the Centrum building.
And one of the things is you can get tickets now in your store.
At the stores, yeah, we started that last year, and it was a great success for the chamber, instead of just selling them online or at the chamber office. So we had a lot of people that took advantage of that.
Makes it very convenient, and it's also really for the municipal liquor stores in the city of Edina. Steve, tell us how many we have here now.
We have 3 stores in Edina, and we do over $12 million in business. So a very viable part of
major player too at Taste of Edina.
It definitely.
It's your chance to get into the community more, right?
It is, yeah, and that's why we partner with the chamber. It's been a great opportunity for us to showcase what we sell at the stores, and we have 16 tables of wine and 4 tables of beer, and we get to pick the wines that we know our customers like and want to try, and it's a chance to get those products out in the community, and it's been a real beneficial deal for us.
And a great opportunity for people to pick your brain. You have some very experienced folks.
Very knowledgeable staff. We use our salesmen to help pour, and sometimes we have winemakers come in, or brewmasters that pour their beer, and so it's a chance for the public to ask questions and get to understand wine and beer a little bit better.
So think ahead all the way to the celebrations you may have.
Write down your questions and ask. Yeah, that's what they're
Bring
there
your
for.
recipes and ask.
No doubt.
Absolutely, that's a great idea.
Yep.
I'll tell you, we've gotten feedback from your vendors who just think out of all the tastes in the area that ours is one of their favorite, because they actually get a chance to talk to the people in the community that come in and literally find out what wine they really want to like and why they like it. You know, why is this one that is making me happier than that one? Why does it taste better?
And of course, you get a little freebie,
glass.
right?
Yep, you get to take home this glass, sponsored by Mirasu, and of course, Taste of Edina on the other side. So,
which is nice.
Pretty great. For, like I said, for $25 or $30, it's a really great time.
And it's a good time. And alongside that, some sales through your stores, right?
Right. In conjunction with the Taste of Edina, we run a spring sale, and this will be our 2nd annual spring sale that runs from May 9th through May 28th. It's the latest spring sale that's going on in the market that I know. So it's a chance for people to purchase some products after everybody else has their sales.
And it's important to note too that the proceeds from the profits you make at the municipal liquor stores actually helps the community in other ways.
Definitely. We put about $1 million back into the community, so all of our 100% of our profits go back into the community, and it helps the Arts Center, it helps Braemar Ice Arena, Edinburgh Park, Fire Department, Park and Rec, Public Works. So there's a lot of money going to different areas of the city.
Now, all right, it is a hot event in the city of Edina, but it's not restricted to just Edina residents, right?
Oh, no, we want everyone from every corner to come.
Any idea what kind of numbers you get to this thing?
Usually about 500 people, and it really does. I probably would love it if we got people from St. Paul, but I think it's pretty much this side of the river, the West Metro area. But it really is a great time, and it's kind of become a girls' night out, kind of an annual event for groups of people to come in and celebrate spring and the great restaurants.
And plenty of time and plenty of good food.
Oh,
so you're probably
absolutely.
So bring an appetite, really.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Because really, there's just so much food. It's amazing. The restaurants go above and beyond. They really do. It's awesome.
Wonderful.
And you get to vote for your favorite restaurant, so make sure
Oh,
you
really?
do that too. Oh, yes, and they vie for it. It's
pretty competitive
It
then,
is.
huh?
It really is. They have a great time. The restaurants do a great time doing that. Yeah,
Wonderful. Great promotion. Helps the community.
absolutely.
It helps organizations a
And
part of Taste of Edina.
it's a great social event.
And
Yep.
it's a fun
It is.
time, too.
You're right.
And it's outdoors.
Yay! So
All
start
right.
doing the good weather dance
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, excellent. Both of you. Oh, it's a rain or shine event. Is that
Oh,
right?
yes, it
yes.
is.
Yeah, it's a good thing you mentioned that.
Yep.
Rain or shine
Rain or
event,
shine,
right?
yep.
Get your tickets at Edina.
Edina Liquor and Chamber of Commerce.
Yep, and online at the chamber.
And enjoy yourself.
Yes.
Have a
thank
great
you.
time. Both
Thanks.
of you, thank you so much for hosting this event
You bet.
and joining us on
Thank you.
Edina. One of Edina's newest restaurants, Mozza Mia, will be at Taste of Edina this year, and joining us to talk about his work is Creative Director Vittorio Rendo. Thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, great to be here.
And thanks so much for letting us bring this broadcast from your fabulous
Love
new
to-
place.
Yeah, it's great to be here, and we're going to be really great to be part of the first year of the Taste of Edina. So we're really excited to let some of our food and enjoy the taste.
Now, you opened just last November, and you're going gangbusters.
Yes, pretty happy. We have a lot of coverage, a lot of interest. You know, a lot of newspapers, a lot of TV, a lot of reviewers, and it's exciting because they're coming and enjoying the specialties of our pizzeria and the mozzarella bar. So really happy so far.
Now, Vittorio, you're not new to the restaurant business at all.
No.
In fact, you're the heart and soul of Italy, and you brought it from Italy to here.
Yes, from South Italy, and I came here in 1980 and visited my grandpa as an immigrant. Come and visit part of my Italian heritage family. And then I met Phil Roberts, which is the chairman and founder of Parasole and chairman of the board. And together we've been doing quite a few joint ventures, from Pronto Ristorante, the first Northern Italian restaurants in High Regents Hotel, to Filio on Lake and Hennepin. And of course, in 1993, we opened about 100 restaurants in Buca di Beppo.
Yeah.
And now more excited about pretty much develop the new birth of a new baby, Mozza Mia, which is really excited about that.
Beautiful restaurant. Pizzeria.
Pizzeria and fresh mozzarella bar. We make our fresh mozzarella daily. Pizza, we make it pretty much in a really traditional way in a wood burning oven, importing all the Italian ingredients as a caputo flour, fresh San Marzano tomato from the Napoli regions, dealing with really fresh ingredients, the most important from Italy.
Now, listen, your father is a chef, 95 years old, right?
Yes.
And he is still preparing food in
Still,
Italy.
when I go visit him in Italy, he still gets up in the morning, gets in the kitchen and cooks for family, neighbors and friends, and that's what he's loved.
And it's clear that passion runs through you too, right here in Edina.
Yes, I
you bring
really-
lots of Italian ingredients. That's your secret, right?
Yeah, exactly, because Italian cooking actually is not really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
People sometimes want to know, what's Northern Italian, what's Southern Italian. Italian is, Italian food, to make it really good, it's just a simplicity. It's only a few ingredients, but you gotta have those ingredients really, smelling good and freshness. So it doesn't take a lot. It's just the details. It's like a great olive oil and Sicilian sea salt. He makes a great mozzarella taste well.
Mm-hmm.
But if those ingredients are not well, it's almost like not coming out with the fresh flavors out. So
And
just
that's-
about a few ingredients, but fresh.
Fresh. And that's why you make mozzarella here every day.
Every day, every afternoon, before we open the door, we make a fresh mozzarella. It's never going to get in the refrigerator because, if you enjoy the mozzarella caprese, as you can show over here, with the vine-ripe tomato and the fresh mozzarella, and then, you enjoy it. The fresh mozzarella
Beautiful.
has never been refrigerated, because once you refrigerate it, loses the creaminess and the flavors of the really, really good mozzarella. That's why, that's why the mozzarella bar here, the guests really, really enjoy it, because they never had to see anything fresh like that.
And of course, real tomatoes.
Real tomato, San Marzano tomato from the regions of Naples, from the Mount of Vesuvio, which is a really, really a special land where you grow those tomatoes that they get put in a can and they get imported. And that's like a San Marzano tomato sauce, the best sauce you can put in on any pizza because the tomato, they don't have acidity, they're really more nice, sweeter. And then you put a little extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of fresh basil, and then you can enjoy a pizza. Really, not many ingredients again, just a couple ingredients, but really, really good.
And fresh is very key. And all of the pastas as well. This is one particular dish that
so this is pretty much a chicken cannelloni. That's a fresh pasta with our chicken filling and cooked with a little bit of marinara sauce, a little bit of fresh bechamel, and then it gets cooked in a wood-burning oven, so you can see it gets nice little brown and flavor.
So it looks like it tastes delicious.
Pasta.
I'll try this a little bit later. But the wood-burning oven is also a key. You shopped long and hard to find just the right one.
Yes, because to do a really, really good traditional Italian pizza, you got to have the oven that they really, really get hot, almost like to 800 to 1,000 degrees. And the reason is because you have to cook this pizza in about 3 to 4 minutes. So when you make a special dough with a special Italian flour and good olive oil and fresh topping, you put them in a wood-burning oven, and what they does, it does the smell of the wood. Sometimes I even use a little bit of a cherry wood, so it gets the flavor to the wood. And the pizza gets cooked in about 3 to 4 minutes, and it's going to be able to have the flavor that you really, really want to have in a really, really authentic Italian pizza.
Now, you've expanded your menu. First, you started with dinner, and you've recently added lunch.
Yes, and the reason is when I started, I only want to open for dinner because I really want to master the dinner. So the guests come in, they enjoy the specialty of mazza mia, the great pizza, the mozzarella. I personally don't like to take on too many things right away, to have like, some people do lunch and dinner and breakfast. I wanted to be concentrated on dinner, but because we had so much demand around this area, 50 and friends, I was ready for lunch. We are open for lunch right now, and they're really excited because now the guests, they want to come around this area and have enjoying a lunch. Really happy to be open for lunch.
And of course, at Taste of Edina, folks will have a chance to get some real Italian.
Yes, we're going to bring pretty much a little bit of some of our little signature, in a little smaller scale. We're going to bring some of our mozzarella. We're going to bring some of our house-made sausages. We're going to bring a little bit of our bruschetta bread. So on a Taste of Edina, the guests that never been even to mazza mia, they're going to enjoy some of our signature dishes. And hopefully they're going to enjoy and they come and visit our restaurant.
Vittorio, your passion is wonderful. Thanks for bringing a little bit of Italy right here at home.
Oh, happy to be here, and I'm enjoying it as the guests do, so I'm really happy to be here.
Thank you very much for joining us on Edina.
Thank you. Arrivederci.
The wine company is one of many distributors that will be at Taste of Edina this year. And joining us to tell us what's hot in the red, white, and more world, Jason Carlson.
Great, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Wow. Hundreds, if not thousands, of wines these days, right?
Oh, easily. Just from our distributor. And there are many, many distributors in the state of Minnesota. Minnesota is in a unique position because we have so many distributors. There's a huge variety of wines here. Many wines that you just can't find anywhere else. What's interesting about our situation in Minnesota is that because there are many distributors that bring in their own wine the way that we do at the wine company, we have wines from Italy and from France and from Spain and from Argentina and Australia that are not available in New York or San Francisco or Chicago. So if you have friends coming over from the coast, buy some wines that they can't buy
out
back
their
at
way.
home.
Yeah, that's exciting. And with so many wines to choose from, you're seeing lots of changes going on right now in the
Lots
market.
of changes going on, obviously because of the economy first and foremost. What's happened with the wine world and the current economy is that during the recession, obviously the top end of the wine bracket was slowing down. So the $100 bottles of Napa Valley Cabernet were a little bit harder to sell during the recession. Well, the wineries started to react a little bit carefully about that, and they started to take the juice that would go into the really expensive wines and trickle it down into their less expensive bottlings. As a result, you have $20 bottles now that taste like a $50 bottle. You have $10 bottles that taste like a $20 bottle. It's a great moment for wine consumers.
And lots of consumers are taking advantage of that now. It's getting the market
but
going.
More and more wine drinkers out there, more and more people paying attention to what they're ordering at restaurants, and more people drinking wine on a daily basis at home, which is a wonderful thing.
It is for the wine business, and it's really for the entertainment business, because that's kind of the key ingredient. Wine can be the key ingredient as part of a menu item, whether
Most
it's
definitely.
a recipe at home or a recipe in a new trendy restaurant.
It can tie everything together. Whereas food on its own can be great and wine on its own can be great, the integration of wine and food together is something that people are discovering now for the first time in America. Obviously, Europe has been enjoying this for a couple thousand years.
Now, unlike beers, wine is a little bit unique because it does change every year, in part because of factors you can't control, like the weather.
Exactly. Every vintage is a different story in every single little pocket of the world. And where there might be a great vintage in Napa Valley, in neighboring Sonoma County or Russian River Valley, it might be a difficult vintage. You can go a little stir crazy trying to follow all this stuff.
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing about the wine world today is that they've been able to streamline that quality. They're able to make better wines more consistently now than ever before.
Wow. Now, you brought 3 out of hundreds from which you could have chosen for this interview, and you'll have more at Taste of Edina, of course. But why these 3?
Well, these 3 kind of represent what's new and what's hot and what's going on in the wine world. On this end over here, we have a Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir is still on the upswing after the movie Sideways, so I think we're going on 6 or 7 years of increased Pinot Noir sales. People are realizing just how delicious Pinot Noir is and how well it goes with different foods.
It's safe, too, at
It's
the
safe,
table.
yeah. It's safe at the table. It's going to go well with vegetarian dishes, with fish dishes, with pork dishes, with beef dishes. It's a really wonderful, versatile grape.
So when
Great
you don't
stuff.
know what to order, play it safe, pick a Pinot.
Pick a Pinot Noir. Pick a Pinot
Okay.
Noir. On the other end over here, we have Klein Viognier from California. And I want to bring this because it represents a category of wines that is relatively new to a lot of people. The alternative whites, the other whites. A lot of people cut their teeth on Riesling and Sauvignon Blanc and Chardonnay, and now they're discovering things like Viognier, which is a wonderful grape that is rarely planted in California. And the beautiful thing about a wine like Viognier is that the winemaker, the winery, could make 4 times as much money for half the labor by planting Chardonnay. But instead, they chose to plant Viognier just out of a labor of love because they love the way it tastes.
Wow.
And so there are a lot of new alternative whites out there. We'll be pouring a lot of them at the Taste of
And it's
Edina.
that passion in this industry, too, that creates new product every single year.
Yep, for sure.
Now,
for sure.
Malbecs are really hot.
Yep, right in the middle there is Malbec, and you know, if we could elevate this up, it would kind of represent its place in the wine world right now. Malbec is kind of the king of the wine world. The quality of Malbec coming out of Argentina is sky high right now. Bang for the buck is just incredible. But Malbec, what a lot of people don't understand, is normally a small part of a bigger blend. Normally in France and in America, Malbec is blended in small quantities with Cabernet Sauvignon and with Merlot just to add a little bit of structure. But because of the situation in Argentina, the terroir of Argentina, they're able to pull off great Malbecs with consistency year after year. And with the American dollar still strong down in Argentina, we have just incredible buys. The Sensual is one of my favorites.
You'll have lots of different wines of Taste of Edina, and you've been to Taste of Edina many times. Why is it so important to
There are so many wine events nowadays, all over the place. Seems like every single week there's a wine tasting, a wine event, a fundraiser, something going on. Taste of Edina is a little bit different. What I like about Taste of Edina is that it's not based on quantity. It's not based on table after table of really forgettable wines that are very inexpensive. Instead, fewer tables, fewer vendors, higher quality wines, the highest quality food of any tasting that I attend during the year, and just a great setting, obviously, down at St. Daniel Lakes. It's just perfect.
So we're going to learn a lot when we see you at Taste and carry it until we meet you again, maybe this time next year.
It's going to be
Jason,
great.
you're really passionate about your work in this industry. Thanks so much
My pleasure.
for joining us on Edina.
Thank you.
Family owned and family operated, Shell's Brewery is a hotspot at Taste of Edina. And here to talk about the beer and the business, National Sales Manager Ed Schumacher. Welcome to Edina.
Thanks for having me.
This is an exciting opportunity. Shell's been around a long time, celebrating more than 150 years.
150 years of being family owned and family operated. And as a matter of fact, we are the second oldest still family owned and operated brewery in the United States.
Wow. Located in New Ulm.
Located in New Ulm, 30 minutes straight west of Mankato.
Yeah, that's really what sells this beer too, is the fact that it's local, it's hearty, right?
It's a great story. It's a great story for the state of Minnesota that a business that in this industry has survived 150 plus years now through Prohibition, through the Great Depression, through the great Indian uprising of the early 1860s. We've fought, we've strived and survived, and we're still kicking.
And what's the key?
I think it really goes back to our heritage and our belief in our products. The president, right now, the president of August Shell, Ted Marty, is a fifth generation of the original August Shell, who arrived here in the late 1850s and came here from Germany and decided, you know what, I'm here and there's not a lot of breweries here, and nothing like German likes better than a good beer.
And you have a lot of varieties of beer. In fact, you make something new every year. But how does that process evolve?
Well, we have three creative guys in our brewery, 2 brewmasters and a quality control guy, who are always looking for new opportunities, for new styles. We make beers that we try to appeal to every palate. We feel we have something that we can please anybody with.
And how do you figure that out? Is it always a taste test? Which isn't a bad job, right?
Well, I kind of kid people sometimes. I actually get paid to drink on the job, so in moderation, of course. But, you know, the beer business goes through trends. It goes through cycles. Right now, the specialty, the craft, the regional brewer is probably the hottest category in the beer business. People are enjoying discovering new beers, new styles, on their own. And I think also the beer drinker, I think with anything, even the spirits and the wine drinker, people are more educated now. Yeah. And they're not looking for something that's mainstream. They want something that's going to appeal to what they really want.
And what's interesting, and your niche really, is that local twist on a good beer.
We are local. We are, as you can see on the packaging here, we just celebrated our 150th year. We have the Shells franchise. We introduced this beer last year. This is our 150th brew. We call it our Hopfenmalt. It is a very hoppy German-style lager. And then to honor the great people of Northeast Minneapolis, who started a brewery in 1893, they called that the Grain Belt Brewery. We brewed this beer to honor the history and the heritage of that community, and we brewed this beer in support to celebrate our 150th year.
Now, this is hot beer. I mean, when this first came out, I mean, it was the rage.
It was.
And they weren't thinking Grain Belt, the logo. They were thinking local, Northeast.
Well, I think it actually brought the name Grain Belt back to the forefront. People started hearing the name Grain Belt again on a regular basis. And we thought, well, this might hurt the Grain Belt premium, but it really didn't. It actually just brought the name back to the forefront. People started hearing and remembering, oh yeah, I've had a Grain Belt before, I think I'll have it again. Mm-hmm. And we had a lot of fun with it. Obviously we had some challenges with production. We've fixed those challenges.
Keeping up with the requests.
Exactly. I kind of thank the local people of Minnesota for supporting local. I think we fell into a situation where their purchase decisions now are local, mm-hmm. Or being more local and being more minded of that, and I think we benefited from that.
And Ed, that's why the Taste of Edina is so important to you. You'll actually see and talk to and hear from them what they want in a beer and maybe the next beer.
Exactly. The guys at the liquor stores here in Edina have been a great partner of ours for many years, so we look forward to it every year and coming down and taste some beer and have a little fun at the same time.
All right, Ed, thank you very much for joining us from Shell's Brewery.
Thanks for having me.
The Taste of Edina is all about celebrating our community, and this spring there will be lots of celebrations with graduations, prom, and more. Here to talk about how to host a safe celebration for everyone are Denise Reese from Bloomington Public Health and Kathy Iverson from the City of Edina's Chemical Health Partners Program. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you so much.
I'm excited for spring this year.
Oh, yeah.
I think everybody
yeah,
is.
it's
Absolutely.
Time. Yeah.
Kathy, you're here to talk about Chemical Partners Program, but also the mission of that program is to reduce underage drinking, right?
Right, and the key word there in our mission is promoting collaborations. If we're all working together, it really increases the impact that we can have throughout the community. Young people have told us that alcohol is easily accessible. We also know alcohol is the #1 drug of choice. So within our mission, it is about reducing underage alcohol use.
And this may sound like an old topic, peer pressure issues, the pressure to drink, but then the access to alcohol and all that, they're creative in ways we just simply overlook the availability, right?
Yeah.
Where are some of the places kids are getting it these days?
Home, next to the milk.
And it can be found in the cooler, beer cooler that's on the boat. You know, we just want folks to be aware of the fact that if you've got teens around, that accessibility issue is something you need to think about for a time period while they're in those teen years.
Now, if the teens are telling us it's easy to get, we need to pay attention, and it does take more than parents to get that message across. You've got a program designed to help get the word out, right?
Sure. It's called Together We Stand, a campaign that takes place right in the spring, right before prom and graduation and summer.
Together we stand. That means
Yes.
everyone,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
It's not just the parents' responsibility?
No, it's
Can
all of
anyone
us.
just say something?
Absolutely.
How do we say something?
Just supporting kids to make healthy choices. It could be a teacher, it could be a coach, it could be a friend's parent. It takes all of us just to get that message across. They need to hear it many times in different ways.
Now, the Together We Stand campaign is sponsored by...
Tri-City Partners Coalition.
Okay.
We work with the cities of Bloomington, Edina, and Richfield, and it's made up of people from schools, faith communities, businesses, parents, youth. We try to have everybody from all the different areas.
So part of getting the word out will be circulating posters.
Yes.
A nice reminder.
This year we have a message called Celebrate Without Alcohol, and it will be in posters and stickers, and it'll be distributed at faith communities and businesses, and online. We'll have a lot of information on our website.
Now, these stickers that she's talking about, Kathy, Celebrate Without Alcohol, there's going to be a lot of graduation parties coming up. Your suggestion on how to use the stickers?
Well, I'd like to just say that parents are the key reason kids refuse alcohol use and choose not to use. So we want to emphasize that parents do have a key role. Now, with the stickers, you can slap those on a graduation party invite. Very easy to do, and it just says it's alcohol-free. They're fun, they're really cute, and you can get them online.
So folks will be able to get them. You're actually going to be circulating a message to all the parents in the city.
Yes, with graduating seniors. Just, you might be planning an open house or a party for your teen who's graduating. Just please consider not having alcohol at this event.
So it's not alcohol. You don't always have to have alcohol to celebrate.
Absolutely.
You can celebrate
Absolutely.
safely without it.
Yeah.
And if you do have alcohol, be responsible,
Absolutely.
of course. There may also be some recovering folks that are there that would be happy to be part of the celebrations too, and shed some awareness.
Yeah.
And I think parents need to know that, once again, it's a concern because of the teen brain development. It's a concern because it is illegal for kids under 21 to drink. And really, I think the most important thing of all is that we as a community support healthy families, healthy youth, and we're working together on that.
Together we stand, right?
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much, ladies,
Thank
for
you.
joining us
Thank you.
on In Edina.
Thank you.
We'd like to thank all of our guests for appearing on this edition of In Edina. Special thanks to Matsamia for letting us bring you this broadcast from their beautiful restaurant near 50th and France. And to you for watching. Hope to see you at Taste of Edina. Until next time, I'm your host, Lillian McDonald. You've been watching In Edina. Make it a great day.